Good evening friends and welcome to den traditionella bondedemokratin 2. Could have thought of that name, but yes, I did the maths on this and realized that the amount of time it would take to do this is about actually the time it takes to get till winter, to go through all the steps here. So against my principles, I had to play. I had to do work with the game paused. I've done my best to hook everything up, but it is the 20th of May already, and things take time to build. They do. But I have made an effort at least to hook every town up with some sort of thing. I am depending completely on the electrical, whatever it's called, thing, electrical power heating station plant. So if that doesn't work, then we are completely screwed. And here we have new high voltage lines from the... It's going by very quickly, and it took 1.5 hours to do this, actually. 1.5 hours is the source material here. And this is, in 3 minutes it ought to be. So, but that's, if I would have tried to do this whilst the game was running, that was extremely fiddly. This bit was so fiddly that it was just impossible to get stuff in here, because there is already stuff in the way, but we what is that, like a good 10 minutes? No, what, 5? I don't know. Yeah, and it's still a bit to go, even though the theme has ended. The theme is, 229, I think, or something. And then here, a new high voltage wire from we no longer have any high voltage connections available on the nuclear power plant. Many are probably defunct, but I just recalled a town that hasn't been heated. I forgot about one place. I just realized we're going to have to continue then. Yes, to play on pause. My thought was just to unpause and watch the thing collapse. Or whatever is going to happen. But Molna, goddammit, Molna has not been brought into the heating business, here. Goddammit. Should we build out heating for Molna first? Maybe we can try. Yes, that's enough, I think. Trying a new setting in the recording thingamajig here today. A different clock source instead of the outboard hardware thing as a master clock source. We are running off the software. Yes, we're running off a software clock source. Let's see if it glides as much as the hardware one does or not. Because how hard can it be for two machines to have a similar appreciation of the passage of time, really? Yes, we're at Molna, and I don't think I can continue to talk about that and then also do this at the same time, even though I have done plenty of them. But the problem is I sort of forgot what it was I was on about. Molna actually lends itself a bit to this. It's plenty of space available, and I still don't have 60 gigajoules. I should have checked this. I might have overbuilt, or I might have extremely underbuilt. I have no idea. But I could have checked this as okay. A heating plant, a big one, produces 210 gigajoules of heat, and a small one 42 gigajoules of heat per workday. Why is it in gigajoules all of a sudden and not megawatt hours? as would be a little bit more. I understand because there's water and everything and such, but still, it's and it is a proper SI unit for it. I'm not saying anything else. It's just that why not use the same as we do for electricity and power, and for engine power, kilowatt. Yes. And this is heat. Yes, it's the lowest form of energy, but still, it is energy. That is also, yes, it's so inefficient, this system that we built, converting nuclear fuel into electricity, a very high form of what do we call it? Power, because you can do all sorts of clever things with it before it becomes heat. Think of a supercomputer or anything, everything that we do basically, more or less, yes, everything that we do is dependent on the electricity, and then when the work is done, heat is left. So that's what we do in the nuclear power plant, and that in itself is maybe at best 30% efficient. Yes. I know I am repeating. I talked about this before, but it's interesting. Thermodynamics and such. Yes, 30% efficient at best, and then 70% then wasted in heat. And then what are we doing? We are dragging it all the way over here, where we are turning it back into heat. Yes. Without going the way via, for example, something that would do useful work, be that whatever it is. No, yes, I could think of something, for example, but maybe should not. It was a clever idea I had. I should be quiet about that one. Anyway. But also remember it preferably, but maybe I won't remember it. Maybe. We shall see. A bit clever, I think it was. But anyway, here, Molna Electric Heating Plant 2. Yes. Very good. Do we... yes, it is quite different trying to talk here simultaneously. What's this? Electric heating plant. I already built one. Or am I completely off my head? I mean, do we dare turn this down? I don't know. It's a bit, and it can be boring, but it is also very intrusive. Yes, it is. Although this, we do not want a fancy road here. We want a simple. Yes. Although this does not have. Yes, it does have electrical connection. It is one of those. Now, another thing that might happen here is that this completely collapses the electricity grid, even though I have built new high voltage for everything, which you'd think would be fine, and it is, I'm certain. But these things also, I have seen them hook up to substations, and if they don't use the high voltage connection and use the substation instead, I mean, for example, the steel mill has been like that since forever. It never used the high voltage connection. It always used the substation instead. And if it's the same mechanic, then our cities are screwed. Basically, it's going to become very, very dark. Though the snow will light up. They can choose heat or light. Maybe. We shall see. Yes, you saw this is almost what you want to do, but here we want more of a backbone sort of thing. Yes, and really, this is only molla. Do we need? We need something over here, most certainly, and something on the way here. Yes, okay. And I have missed so many. I'm sure that I missed many things. Yes, fire stations, for example, they need heat. What happens when a place of work doesn't have heat? It doesn't work, I suppose. Probably not. No. Is this the only one that we cover out here? There we can also go there. Oh, that's better. Oh, there and there we have. You're not supposed to take electricity from there, you know. That would be bad. Do you expect these to use their fair amount of electricity? I would hope, but then again, if we compared how many gigajoules per workday these did compared to a regular one, it was not many. So I don't think that we can hook up that many in a series, although I have done that in a few places. Yes, one should do have these many of these, I think. We shall see, but I'm leaning towards a place like this would be an excellent spot to put something like this, you know. That would cover like absolutely everything, would it not? No, here. Yes, that's the Molna heating plant here, you know. And I'm afraid that we have something here that is that no one lives here. Well, then who cares? Molna is already deserted, maybe. Haven't they? Molna is not doing that great anyway. Maybe no one is. I'm not. Don't know if I trust this figure or anything this year. This looks. Oh, there is something going on here. It's as if someone would have done something that is not within the regular parameters of the game. Yes. It will be. I think it's quite exciting. This see what's going to happen. But then when it breaks, because it will most likely break quite badly. This. I mean, it has to. It just has to. But anyway, when it does, you know, I will be sad and heartbroken and complain about all the hard work. Yes. And such, but I have only myself to blame. Damn it, why did I say that? I'm going to... Yes, this is not going to cut it. Couldn't we have, you know, any taller? You want to go high? No. Oh. They are the same. So if you could just get a high voltage wire out here, it's not. I mean, it's not common that you have high voltage running straight in the center of town, at least not over ground. But the invention of digging and putting a wire underground has apparently not arrived here quite yet. Not in the year 1980 and not in the year 2033. It's 24 degrees on the 24th of May. The weather is nice. We seem to be very warm here. Yes, maybe I'm overdoing this. Here we go. I don't see though. I have seen now one or two of these be finished, and they require 5 workers apiece. What are they doing? This is a wire. Imagine a wire like so, it goes through. There's a big water tank. Yes, the wire goes into a connection here with a big resistive element, which has very little resistance. In fact, yes, that is submerged in the water in some way or other. Yes, and that's what it does. It's a water heater. It's what it is basically, and like many of us have in our houses, electrical water heater. That's what this is, but on a much larger scale. And I mean, sure, they require some maintenance every now and then, but for me, I think it was. I mean, it's been once in like 10 years, yes, so far, knock on wood here. Yes, that's not nice when it happens, but it's what it is. Molna, I think that Molna is now fine for heating plant. You think, really? Do you have not electrified here? I don't think. Though there would not be. No, we have not electrified. We could really have used here now, the old thing that was lost. If I could just have had a bit more patience, it would not have had to been lost. The great overpass. Maybe it wasn't that great, but I seem to recall it as being pretty great. Come on then. You won't do it because we're too close. You can do it here. And no, we're just building electrical switches. No. Damn it. What are you doing? I am not good at this game. It will appear. How many? Yes, 1,000 something hours. But apparently not good enough to do a road over a railway like that. Yes, that's what we want. And here, then, no, high voltage. Yes, high voltage switch. Yes, here, here, and here. And the backbone we connect like so. I don't know if this is conducive or helpful to very much. I'm not sure at all. This is the only one that we cannot hook up to. It's not, because this is the internal. It would be this is the internal, but isn't this internal too? Yes, thank you so much, Hotse. Yes, that's part of that's the only one that we cannot use. But it's so handy, yes. But you know how many miles, så många mil alltså, with electrical high voltage wires that we've had to build. It's ridiculous. It is. And I think thousands of tons of steel are demanded here. And how the hell are we going to deliver that? What is this one doing? Is this an export line? No, it's not, but it is here for this very purpose. Yes, it is. What's wrong? What was wrong with that then? Since we have apparently done a bit of Molna, just not quite all of it. No. more high voltage. Much more high voltage is what we're going to need. There is so much high voltage needed. You would not believe. And let's see, where does this one go? Yes, this is again. Hello. Yes, it is the one. This is then a bit silly, but it will be what it will be. There is a switch available, so we shall use it. This is usually not how they do turns with these sorts of things, with this sort of infrastructure. But it is the best we can do, apparently. So there we go. Shall we, yes, run. On the 24th of May, we start a great project. I should have done this from the start. It was March, wasn't it? Late March or something when we got landed here. And now it is the 24th of May, and yes, I'm not comfortable at all. But I mean, I'm comfortable enough. I don't think that we will demise as a nation or as a people or whatever it is that we are. The kingdom realm, but it's quite small to be a rike, but still it is what it is, and we are our own. And we shall see just how much of our own we are here. Because now we can try and take a look at what's going on here. You're building trolley buses, for example, an enormous amount of trolley buses. Don't need those, and cannot even use them because I cannot get them onto where I want them. That's the problem, you know. So build something else, and what I really want to build, but I need $20 million. Yes, these cannot be sold for dollars, or can they? The ship could be sold for dollars, but at a terrible exchange rate. Isn't that important to be building? It is too early. It is 1980. 1984 is when we can build the W124. Yes, if the W123 was available, we would certainly be building that instead. But this is what we got. And a tractor or a system, I don't know. Anything is better than this. Combine harvesters. No. Dumpers are always no. Screw this one even. Yes. You see, I don't know what to do with this. The only way would be to, if one could intercept a flatbed transporting such a thing, maybe. To get that, we would want it to go here. Do we have something here? Yes, do we have a Peterbilt heading here right now? But it already has two things loaded on it. What? Your target is full. Then it's not really that much use in trying to unload. We'll go and have a look. Yes. Use the one next door instead. Much better. Unload. No. Yes. And go and do that now. And remove that. It would be interesting to see if we could intercept one of these being transmitted, but it is suspicious that none of them are here. It might have been doing this for a long time with these, with the destination being full, you know. It might well have been doing that. So, how's the construction coming on things? You haven't even begun. Hamnen. Hamnen. Oh, you're being built from that direction. Okay. Interesting. What about you? None? Well, Hansasino would make quite good sense. This is so handy. This is fantastic. Yes. Very good work. This. And we can go and have a look over here if we get construction is not designed to a construction office. Why not? Well, because there is no road. That's why it's not assigned to a construction office. They cannot find their way. They don't even know about this place. There we go, most efficient road ever. Well, now you can, with 771 meters, maybe Beatus, yes, you could help as well. And Senior, I think that you're going to figure it out on your own, aren't you? Right, one has to enable the new pathfinding algorithm. I want to have that on because it seems he as the main developer. There are more, of course, not to take anything away from them, but they seems excited about it. So we want to use it, of course. We are beta testing for a reason, aren't we? Experimental traffic finding. I don't know what that is. CO cooperate, construction office cooperate, but they do, don't they? They have done previously. Yes, whatever. Just get on with it. And would it be the same case here, that there is no road connection? Yes, it would. Now there is. Now things could actually happen, maybe. Oh, the summer is just about to start, you know, and it is 22. Very nice. Very soothing, nice weather, you know. It is. But we can. You see here, this is the heating facilities for Sayov. But considering now, this will not be enough, I don't think, because there is this is the only thing converting. Yes. Converting electricity to heat, and I think that what you need to do is to have these as often as you would one of these heat exchanger. That's the current thinking, anyways. It really shouldn't require workers, but it is necessary by the game. I think for something to be produced, it requires workers and electricity measured in, or energy measured in gigajoules or kilowatt hours or megawatt hours or watt hours or British thermal unit or whatever you call it. As silly thing of maybe it's not silly, but it doesn't make sense from a metric point of view, you know. No offense meant you know, we are using a French system, and that's Well, I suppose everyone gets at least one thing right, and for the French it was the metric system. Road cargo station in Trirov. New place of event. Yes, we are now playing with frequent fires. Here. This should not be a problem, I don't think. This we could shut down, because we have the enormous one. I haven't thought of this before. We have the enormous chemical plants. We have so many chemicals we don't need. But what we do not have an enormous amount of is fuel, I think. You see, very little fuel. Fire extinguished. Excellent. Excellent. How's construction coming? And how's the resource status? Food. This number looks low to me. It does, if I recall correctly. Crops. We have plenty, apparently, but they cannot be stored no longer in the field, because they will decay during winter. What are you doing out here in the woods? I don't know. This reminds me, we need to get workers out here, and I think half the work is already done. How much nuclear fuel do we still have here? 132 tons. Yes, we're pretty good. But we don't need to think about that for many. We need to think about that about the time where we were before we went through the hole in the space-time continuum here, or whatever it was that actually happened. But it is having interesting effects. I can tell you that, as we can see. And the starting capital, yes, I started on medium money, 3.5 million rubles. And how much is, say, we want to build a road here. That's 6.5 million rubles is what that is, or $5 million. So that's not why did you click that button? Don't want this. But this will bring us money. The bitumen export. Lisa. The bitumen export. Lisa is what will bring us money here. She does every now and then. And then we are selling for current prices. Thank you very much. Yes. We are not poor, but this, I mean, we could just click sell a whole lot of stuff and then go around clicking and buying this and make sure that it's done for winter. But no. Everything here has been built almost as good as everything. And now this could be a lovely a lovely experience, maybe, because we should have everything available. What I am a bit worried about is the amount of steel that is going to be needed, and if we have enough. We have 3,500 tons in total. That's quite a lot. That's a good amount. But I remember when laying heat pipes here, the large heat pipe, they used so much steel. Look at this. And if you wiggle this about for a bit around the town and such, as something like this, that's 60 tons of steel. There, cancel. That's the button you want to push after having just done for demonstration or something. Yes. You're missing steel and electrical component. The steel is arriving. Yes, what we do need to do is bring workers into places like this. Needed firefighters, indeed. But we have people here. What are you doing? This was the transit system. Yes, the problem with the transit system is that we do not own any We own plenty of the goddamned trådbussjävlarna of the trolley buses, but we cannot get them up here. It's just not possible. I don't think we can go and have a look at vehicles things. It has managed to load up, hasn't it? Oh, you have two of these. Wait a minute now. Oh, you're just about to get there. Don't do that. Come on here. What we wanted you to do. Yes, luck basically is what you need to be able to do this then, because you never know which vehicle it's going to pick up. But this may just work. This may just work if I could find the intended. Did I not build a trolley bus depot out here? I built everything else except for a trolley bus depot, and I think the thought was to connect the trolley bus thing with the thing. But no, that's not happening. So we are going to need a trolley bus depot, and it could be needs to be on trolley bus street. Here it could be. Here is plenty of space. Here it could be. Outside whatever that is, the enormous hospital thing. Yes, trolley bus depot makes perfect sense. But I'm not going to be able to unload this here. But what I can tell you to do is to go to a depot nearby, because there were road vehicle depots. You can come here. There we go. And unpause. What were you thinking? Yes. Trolley bus stop. No. Yes, trolley bus stop for for the actual vehicles themselves. Is what we want. Let's see here. That is trolley street. So here would be a place for it. And just for things to go smoothly here whilst constructing and things, we can have a little shortcut maybe. Frequent fires indeed. Slaughterhouse in Polochevo. I mean, I really sincerely hope that what? Sage? We're not in Polochevo. I interrupted the movement somehow. Here it is. The fire station is here. Are you? Yes, you're very well staffed. That's good. That's very good. Food train. I don't think that you moved yet. And the artist warehouse, you still have food. Okay, Molna, nothing. Oh, well, no, not. Yes, nothing. Molna. We don't want Molna to starve again, and so on. Get going. I don't know how it happens that the artist has so much, but it is what it is. Clone. What is this copy area? Can it be that you can Sviktgove? Sviktgove. Copy. What? Ah. Are you kidding me? What is this exactly? No. This is going to crash the game. No. What the hell? I am scared and intrigued. Yes, I am. Should we try it out? I don't know. On what? Well, we could build a replica Polochevo on the other side of the lake. No, couldn't, because there's a mountain and a high voltage line. Yes, haven't you built enough? We are constructing. Yes, we have built enough. We are building. We are constructing, and it's going to take time. Here, no workers or mechanism. Come on then, you have all these. Is anyone actually around? Yes, there is like, I mean, it's not filled to the brim by enemies, but it's not deserted neither, and people are happy, so it ought to increase. 32,600. Yes, and I think I've thought of it. What does it say here? 24th of April 1980. Sure. 1992. 2000 and... Yes, I thought so. This is the entire den traditionella bonddemokratins what should we call it? People's demographics for the entire time. And we can see here, this is the first palace of Soviets that we built, and then burnt down. Like, what was it, 3 months later? Yes, and we still haven't fixed the root cause, because we still haven't got firefighters out near the area where that happened, do we? I think that we have a little bit of firefighters, not here, for example. No, and neither do we have fire trucks. They should exist. We have fire trucks at the factory, or close by, such as right here. Look at this. We only need 3. We only need 3. And of course, it is always right behind where you want to go. This should be the spot. Pretty close. What? It's full? Needed firefighters. I misread. Because it was the one, wasn't it? Or was it the different one? I'm not sure. But we certainly do need... this trolley line needs to get online. It needs to become a thing. And we could... What we could do... Yes, of course, we can set up a line. We can set the line up now and then run a few buses on it for the moment. That's a good idea to do. Workers are waiting here, and they are supposed to, because they go here, and all of them go here to work. Arbetaröverföringsväglinjen, yes. Worker transfer road line, indeed. And then nothing comes ever here, nothing that stops. So, but do we have a line? No, we don't have any lines here. This is the hubris area, so it will be, hubris. Moturs, medurs. No, I think that we'll divide it in. One. Yes, and we begin here, where we only load. We need to go by here. Do you load people here? Maybe. And the park would maybe be nice if people would like to go, could go to. Maybe they can. Maybe they cannot. They can reach the public facilities. Yes, they can. They can reach. They can reach like everything from there. So that's very good. Hubris indeed. Where then does... Okay, so we have Trolley Road here, Trolley Street. Out here, hospital. Yes, why not? Oh, that one needs ambulances. It does. So, Soviet trolley bus stop. So after whatever that was, you go here. Yes, and then, you know, traffic flow wise, it's probably going to do a left turn here and then go here and then be here, and you want to be going the other way around, but we're not going to be doing that. So there you have it. And then we go back here. I think yes, we're doing it this way. This way, the way we're doing it. You go back here, get more workers, and then you go out this way. Here, for example. And here we don't have anything yet. This only needs to be connected with a little road here. And it will be fine. That's only 3 million. Indeed. So after you've been there, what else do you do? Do you do anything else out here? Is this the... I do have a trolley bus depot, I just have not... What the hell is this? Was this a trolley bus depot? Yes. I just don't have a trolley street to it. You know, it helps if you do that. Oh, it does. That's why did you put this long out, this far out? I don't know. I sort of like the new trolley stop. It will do. And then maybe that's enough for now. There we go. Hubris 1. Say we put a few buses on this just to get the fire protection in and such. Mechanics. Set vehicle to line. Buses we cannot take from here, but we can take from here. Here? No, that's not buses. We don't have a lot of buses, do we? We have a lot of buses, but just not in a place where we can immediately use them. We need to move them to a depot. They are still brand new vehicles. We need to put a license plate on them and such, you know, do a little bit of paperwork here. Yes, and I'm looking forward to the day when we can put our first license plate on AW124. It's only 3.5 years or so we could start building them a little bit earlier. We have a pre-production model or something. It's full. Okay, go here instead. It's full too. There we go then. Peterbilt road vehicle. Have you made it? Yes, you have made it, but no, you haven't made it. You're out of fuel or something. Why don't you go and get fuel? There is fuel here. Did it take you this long to drive? Yes, it probably did. It's gravel road all the way. Not all, yes, more or less all the way. It is gravel road. After the dock, the shipping area, you know, the harbor, then it's nothing. (32 degrees) 20th of June. And you know, when we did the winter experiment, it got like really damn cold in the winter. But summer seemed to be really hot. But spring and autumn seem to be rather mild. So it doesn't maybe make sense. I don't know. That's rough. Yes, that's very rough. Where are you? Haven't you made it yet? We're about to make it. Now, if you could go and refuel before you went to the depot, then I think that you could be parked at the depot with your schedule intact. Yes. Yes, it is possible to sell them for dollars, but you only get a quarter. Now first you went there and then you went to refuel. Yes, might do it on the way. And now you don't have a thing anymore. Much correct. I would like to go and see if some heating facility has been done so far. You see the steel. We're out of steel here. That is not a good thing to be. We need a silly amount of it. That's what we do. Here, yes, you are not producing anything, and that's because it's the middle of summer. But I think that you would have the capacity to do so, capability to do so, right? It is something here. What was the problem? Building is without power supply. Really? Aren't you done with this line yet, or did I know? Yes, it is here. Why? They're all missing steel, aren't they? No. No one is complaining about that. You're lacking mechanical components. But this... Yes, whatever. What is your source of steel and what does it have? Open storage. 30 tons. Oh, it's not empty. Oh, but that means you're taking the steel from from this place. You're not quite supposed to do that. And mechanical components, there are just not enough workers in here. What is all this? Stall transporter, you probably should get going somewhere. Here they have, here there's nothing. Beates, they don't have any. Oskarshamn is fine for the moment. Stockholm has nothing. Katinshad is decent, and well, Beates then I think is where you should be heading. And these trains, steel for the ships. No. What? A strategic steel relocation. How much steel do we have here? 800 tons. Okay. Something caught fire. What? A warehouse in Trirov. Pardon me. There we go. And I shouldn't be that worried about the fires. It was the one thing that burnt down out here. It was an oil derrick. But did we get the order in to rebuild it? Look at the oil field, and it was a pump. It was not a derrick, it was a pump. And it is here now, so it's working. And this, okay, 5,500 tons of oil there. Yes, very good. Whilst we're here, we'll take this. There is you're missing steel. Of course you are. Heating pipes takes like an enormous amount of steel, it turns out. I mean, you wouldn't even believe it. It's such an amount. Stockholm construction of steel hospital. Yes, you're going to get ambulances. That's what you're getting. These, yes. Should we focus maybe getting more workers into the steel mill? Because this is not going to cut it at current rate. I don't think. I don't think so, because the heating pipes are hundreds and hundreds of tons. And yes, they're completely. We may have thousands of 2,000-3,000 tons of steel, but it's not in the place where it needs to be. The harbor, the railway production line. Katzinshall open storage. This is the biggest pile we have that is available for use for construction. We should find ambulances. Ambulances is what we want to find. Do you think they have put them not here? It is very dark. Maybe the thing I did to the lighting during night has gotten overwritten or something. I don't know. Isn't it darker than it used to be? I don't know, but this is, we're looking for ambulances. Do you have any ambulance? Here they are. Quite a few, right here. And it could take many ambulances. Although, before we have workers in here, it is a very bad idea to put ambulances in it. Because the ambulances will be getting people who will end up dying. And didn't we take care of the workers? This does not have any associated vehicles. Never mind. We'll move them to a road vehicle depot we already have. Yes, pardon. It's been a while. I suppose the addiction is a little bit better under control, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. There are many buses. I mean, they could get a nicer footpath. Yes, they could. They don't have to walk in the mud every day, but they won't have that. They will have that as an option. How much? 20,000 or something was that? Yes, they choose wisely. And the thing wouldn't happen to be finished now, would it? No. It's not even close. Out here, have we not gotten firefighters out here? No. This is where things burnt down. We need to fix lines for passengers. Hubris 1. Yes. After the thing, you go out on another one, maybe. Yes, you do. You go here. And we should name this a little bit better, because this is, you know, transfer point or something. A transfereringsstället or something. Transfereringsstället. Load, unload. Numbers of workers waiting, 43. Yes, this is good, I think. We should just get some more in. And oh, the hospital is. Why aren't there any people here then? Was it supposed to go here? Of course, everyone gets off here. Yes, we need to take this into consideration, and, you know, no student is going to come this way. We keep just for sakes amount of staff around. Then, just maybe, we could get some workers left over for other places too. Or do we have to tell you explicitly to only unload like a little bit? Don't want to do that? No. Let's just add this place in here. This one. That's this one. Get out. Unload. How are you coming along on your heating things? You are coming along. Is what you're doing. This is using 2 megawatts. Okay. But it is 31 degrees outside. You shouldn't have the need at the moment so much, I don't think. Maybe they have hot water now in the flats here. That's what it's using. The water tank is very hot. It's almost 90 degrees. Yes, very nice. Very nice. So it would seem to be sort of working. You know, this goes really high though, and building is without power supply. Oh yes, of course, this line is not finished. Or this switch is not finished. Is that the only thing remaining? Why haven't you gotten that done yet then? You're missing... you ran out of steel. We should go and micromanage the trains, steel train with diesel locomotive. Are these now sorted? They are. Thank you. Do I know how to... Yes, more or less. stål till båtarna, ståltransporter. Yes. You have 94 tons and you're heading for Stockholm actually. That's good of you, because we really are quite desperate for it. Here. You could swing by Hamnen maybe and put some, get some? No? What we could do is we could do this, because out here they have quite a bit, and they might not be in that great need of it. So what we'll do is we take the distribution office. What's this? It's a small distribution office. Yes. Can we get some open house for the small distribution office maybe? I think that we can. Small distribution office. You want open hull. We have these. It would work, but it's not really what they are for. Okay, we don't seem to carry a lot of open hulls here. Here we have. We can take the cover as well. Oh, I didn't get the covered. It's here. Map, be gone, and I see here is a heating thing. It has plenty of hot water available or something. Change depot workplace to the distribution office, the small distribution office. Why not? It's full. Okay. But what's this? Cement? What are you doing cement for here? I don't know, but that's also something, because those trucks have been reinstated, it would look like. Here is one now. No, it's not. That's a concrete thing. There's this unfinished heating pipes. Yes. We need steel. Plenty of it. Yes, and that was the point here. That was what we were doing too. And the small distribution office here. You have tasks. The one task is to go here. It's already assigned to another distribution office. Okay, maybe we should have a look at Stockholm medium distribution office. What do you have? Covered hulls. Covered. You have two open hulls. Stockholm. What's this called? This is Hamnen multi-rail storage load. Yes, you do load steel there, but you don't unload it anywhere, I suppose. You do at the rail construction office. Okay. But they were out of steel, they said recently. You see, they don't have any steel, and you're supposed to go here, load up on steel. Hamnen, load steel. Yes. There's plenty available. It doesn't seem to do it. Or be working quite right. It's already assigned. Yes, What is this? Add new connection to this place. Yes. Unload. Well, okay, so even I need a vehicle before we can tell it what to do. Maybe it will fix it. We shall see. Keep it topped up. Because with distribution office are opposite from lines, as here you do not need to confirm. You're missing mechanical components. Yes, those are probably a scarce resource too. They would be. Yes, we have nothing. How much do we have in total? Do we have anything in total? Yes, 675 tons. Oskarshamn warehouse and Hamnen warehouse. Oskarshamn, they have 231 tons. Hamnen. This we could certainly use. I don't know if it's necessary to get this involved with it, but it might be. It might be. So maybe you do one more thing, and that is to mooch a little bit of mechanical components off there. Storage percent. They should be kept at pretty full. You can only take a bit. I don't know, something like that. There's a train there as well, so it's probably they're probably quite set. And then you go here with that and unload. Yes, you do. Construction is stopped. No workers or mechanism. No workers or mechanism. A road cargo station in Osalia, I bet it's the one connected to the shop. Fire brigade is immediately on the case though, taking care of business. You, where are you going? Sarnakova bus stop, yes. Okay. And you're going to unfinished road. Unfinished high... Oh, it says high voltage wire now. It doesn't say unfinished road. Very good. Oh, this is about to be finished. It is finished. Yeah. Very nice. You have it all. I think that you get it from... Yes, your things here is not ready yet. You don't have one. You don't have one. You get it from... You get it from over here. Where do you get it from? Yes, you get your electricity from there probably right now, which is not good. This goes to 7 megawatts. And certainly one can build them next to substations. No. Also, if we follow this line, there's no power supply here yet. This goes a long way. Yes. Here, for example. And here, so there's a road missing. What's this? No, there's no road missing. But this power line, they're working on it. Katincha, huge construction office. It's good. Because Katincha, I think, had pretty good stock steel and things. Yes. And that goes all the way up to... I think that goes all the way to the power plant. So, and speaking of power plant, how are you doing for workers out here? Because we might be putting not that many. No, not that many at all. It's basically the only thing you can work at if you own a car, if you want to use the car to get to work. That's another gravel plant over here. There's what's wrong here. No steel. Right. These take a lot of steel, these pipes. And come to think of it, this is a very stupid way of doing it. Considering the pipes are a lot more expensive than high voltage wires. Yes. I think for instance it's time for a little break. Act 1 is about to be finished here, or is it finished? No, it's not. No. But what we do is I should get myself a new one of these. This is what we have. Yes, we resume. Unfortunately, the clock on the video clock says 1:17 and the audio clock says 2:27. I must have missed, enabling record or something. And a crash to desktop brought this to the attention. But here we are. Act 2 is unfortunately missing. Is this instead? Is this what we have instead? That's what I have to do. We have some Soviet electro with this. Old city houses or villages have own personal heating system. Yes, they do. Lines for vehicles are cool. Use the lines, Luke. Yes. Visualize vehicle types. And yes, during that hour that was sort of lost there, yes, I've tried to shuffle the steel around to get enough to build all the heat pipes, all the heating pipes and everything. You see, it's autumn now, yes, it's still 21 degrees. But the problem is that the high voltage lines are not built, completed. So all the heating systems are currently taking much power from the cities. And they're having brownouts and it's not working well at all. It's terrible in fact. It's terrible in fact. This could you get move on? We've been waiting for this for such a long time, and if things would work, sort of, yes, what we would have is a severe increase in load here. 33 megawatts as they start finishing these yes, they're not really there is no problem, there is just no workers or mechanism. And again, the twin reactor nuclear power plant apparently needs heating. You don't tell me it's going to shut down, or because there is no heat in it. Not just in case. Heating is going to run off its own. This is very ironic considering the two cooling towers. Yes, I know I say it every time, but I cannot help but point it out. There should be medium voltage things here. It can feed its own heater. This is so wasteful. No, it requires yes, we don't need a large. We can have a small one. A small one will do fine. That's the completely wrong way. That's not the way I want it. I want it the other way. Like so, or something. And this, I don't know. I think not. Yes, electrical wire too, please. Yes, I'm not panicking at all here. It's 22 degrees, it should be fine. But if we look at this here, heat value, 23 degrees, not that great, no. Here, 20 degrees, that's fine, I suppose. 17. 17. You have 24 degrees, somehow you have 15. Yes, and of course electricity isn't enough. But yes, could you just be finished? Uh, 16 degrees. I wonder when they start getting, angry and upset about this. At least the food situation seems to be in order for a bit. Yes, I changed that train around, Where did that go? Yes, diesel loco. It's a very nice pattern to this. How it's doing. And could imagine it was a VU meter for example, for the music here or something. Yes. All map we're going to need, and we're going to have a look here for steel. What? This hello? Where is my steel train? All map, of course, you need to go to click. Hello. Steel for ships, you are loading somewhere. Are you Sarnakova? Okay, you're emptying out Sarnakova and you're heading not to the steel mill. I think okay, we can take you wherever we want, where we need it most. I mean, here would certainly be needed. I think. Could say where is the? Yes, there is no steel. You can come here. Now, please. I think that when it turns October, it's going to get cold. This is taking ages. Because I still haven't been able to see if connecting high voltage to these is going to solve the situation or not. Yes, I was on about this for a lot. I don't know if I was that in the first part or only in the second lost part. There is audio. Yes. You have a still. Which happens sometimes as well. That you know that you record 1.5 hours of this image. Yes. I don't want to do that. No, definitely not want to do that. But I think that what we're going to do is, I mean, we have to survive winter. We have to survive the winter somehow. And steel, how much steel do we have? Any steel here in out here, this place? Yes, we actually do have 200 tons. So they are finished here, much of it. Does this now mean that we do have dedicated heating electricity here? Something is out of fuel. Okay. And perhaps yes and no. We have no kilovolts, but we have kilowatts. So there ought to be some sort of circuit, yes. But it is apparently overloaded. Yes. We should go and see at the power plant. Are they keeping up? Yes, they are. They are well keeping up. Even though they are cold, I think. 9 degrees outside. 9 degrees inside. They're not complaining. Only when they start complaining. Yes, thank you. Yes, so that's this up, all of this that we have up on the mountain with, it's not enough, apparently. It's not enough electricity. The wires do not have enough. What's your problem? There's a gas station right here. It's, which does not have any fuel. That cannot be a positive thing. You go to, where do you get your fuel? Polochevo oil fuel storage. That is empty. Did I park this truck perhaps in somewhere? No, this one is doing the job. They managed to empty it out. Det var så fan. But I think that it might actually be coping so far. Well, it's 18 degrees. Where the high voltage is connected, I must add. Construction is running. One worker. Yes. Yes, I maybe should have done a better calculation on how much electricity this would need. Because we might need to build more high voltage lines. Yes, big ones to the power plant. But here is one of these funny looking ones. They always go to one of these. One of these. Yes, this is where I want to go. You see, this is doing like a lot of things, and it's using 6 megawatts, and it has very good voltage. Decent enough voltage. Okay, this and it is not causing problems with voltage out here, is it? You are always like that, and so is the university. So this looks a bit low. Yes, and so does this. But you do have a high voltage available now. Yes, you do. I think I broke the electricity grid. Even though it looks good there, it isn't good. No, it's bad. You go to something here. What the hell is this? Yes, this one is being fed from here. From this one. Yes, and we're simply pulling too much. We're trying to pull more than the wire can handle. Yes. Although not a lot. What if this plan fails? If we can't supply enough heat with the electricity? We go and have a look at the culture capital of the world as we know it. Here they seem to have a very stable inside temperature. What about voltage? Yes, they have that too. And here the let's see, electricity grid for heating is this maybe? Is this? As you see, 15 megawatts we're pulling through here. Uh, 7.5, yes, that's quite a lot. Quite a lot is what it is. We need like the biggest wire directly from the nuclear power plant into this doesn't make sense, does it? No. Yes, I mean electrical heating is very inefficient, thermically inefficient, yes, but it's not quite that bad. That we can't even build wires strong enough to power a town of like, what are we here now? Well, okay, this is pretty large town. This is the biggest town. 10,500 people. Okay, well, that's a bit. Yes, if we find where the heating source this doesn't have any power. There is no substation close enough. And this one doesn't have that thing. And now I recall the thing is that I really need to go and make myself a drink or something, because I'm very dry in the throat here, and that's not we don't want. But the cold is approaching. You see, 75 megawatts. 75 megawatts we're pulling. Okay. It's fine that we get voltage drops in the heating grid, but the problem is that it overflows into the everything else grid too. We can turn this on here. Voltage is one thing to look at, but we're keeping up. The power plant is kind of keeping up. 75, 76 megawatts. Very nice. They are not complaining apparently. Yes, we have cooling tower. We have heating plant. Excellent. Splitting atoms, boiling water, turning turbines, making electricity, venting inefficiencies, turning it into heat, the electricity, and heating this place eventually up a little bit inside. Yes. I think that this is one of my biggest pet peeves about this version, is that such a thing as a power plant that produces an enormous amount of waste heat needs one of these. That doesn't make sense. And these should radiate heat, or something. But we certainly are pulling lots of power now. 70 megawatts. You're not about to be finished, are you? No, I don't think so. don't think so. We're gonna have to speed things along or do something or something, but we want to go through winter and see if we survive and what happens. I wonder if this will stay this way or what will happen. 30,000 if we remember, we've lost about 2,000 people so far this year. Due to there not being food here sometimes and various other problems. Food, we now have plenty of food here, and the Western food trade. You should maybe not be going there, but you should be going instead to your original place of being, which was here. I did not get trucks for the fields. No, and there is okay then. I see there is a, damn it. Yes, I think that this is this is one of those moments where you just say to hell with it and give up. Is you. You can go here. Not that it makes a big difference. Why isn't there any fuel available here? Because there is this tank is empty for some reason. This tank is for some reason. Yes, for some reason it's empty. That might have something to do with it. All of this crap that we got here. Aston is not going to be able to do anything about it. Is there a tanker in here somewhere? Is it you? Yes, you have 28 tons of fuel for them. But it is such a traffic jam that this is ridiculous, this. There is not going to be any people working in here. 6. No. Hardly. As I did, I get one of these here. Yes, and they're all out of fuel because of the traffic jam. Damn it. Crap. Not good. But it seemed to be, yes, they seem to be resolving it. All the way down to 2 tons, yes. There's quite a demand for it. You who was the initial, and they haven't managed to get any fuel into here yet. Don't come here. Don't, no. It's not going to help, unless you're a tanker, then don't come here. What are you doing? No, stop it. You know, it is very tempting to just buy a bit here. This is not great. No. Is it a coincidence that it happens right now? I don't know. What do I do about this? These two. They are out of fuel and they are parked up in here. Yes, and here comes more traffic. Well, the absolute easiest way to do it would be, but can I even afford? Oh, god damn it! What is that? No, not auto purchase. No, just clear, just do once thing here. Let's see if we can get respite to get our own fuel in, because they are so starved for it. Oh, they're coming out of everywhere. Oh, that was not enough by any means. No. 16 tons. There were many trucks wanting to refuel here. It goes very, very, very quickly. And it's about to be gone. There, it's gone. Will you please stop coming here then? Yes, you have to go somewhere else. And eventually we hope a tanker will show up and fill this place up. Right. One. Worker inside the food factory has managed to produce no food whatsoever. This is not good. How much food do we have for winter? Less than it's been for, well, it's a new start too, you know. It's a challenge, this. Being thrown in 1980 with 2033's money. Well, lots of stuff established, yes, give it that, but still, should we have a look now at night here at the voltage? Do we dare? It's not quite good enough. But I wonder what we'll get to, you know, when if it gets to below, like lots of below degrees. As such, what sort of what will we be able to get out of the nuclear power plant then? Right now we're running at 82. That might be a new record. 82 megawatts. Yes, at this rate we might be well off in doing something. It's 3 degrees in here, it's very cold. But here, oh look at, there is one house that is not covered. 5 degrees, I don't think anyone lives there. Temperature in building is too low. Yes. I agree. But everyone else has 24 degrees. That is quite luxurious. Are you telling me that this is not, they don't have a high voltage connection to heating plants? No, they don't. Look, here is not finished. Here is finished, but there is absolutely no electricity flowing through. What's going on here? You haven't gone anyway. Come anyway. What's going on? Source of workers is empty. Source of workers is empty. I see. We're going to need help from Hansasino is already on the case. Molna 4 kilometer. No, that's too much. Although it might not be too much, considering that we have motorways. Actually, here. Anything that we can do to get this here it is working very well. It looks like this place has been deserted or something. Yes, it is not going well, and that is because this electrical circuit here is not completed, and it's a tiny bit that is missing, or maybe not so tiny. No. It is half a million rubles. Yes, we have all the steel, we have all everything. We just need workers. We just need work. But the people who are supposed to do it are the ones freezing, and they can't figure out that if they go to work to build the electrical wire for the heater for them, yes. Also, this system of heating makes even less sense the more you think of it, you know. As we've spoken enough about the wasteful nature of all of this, but then, I mean, to do a centrally located electrical heater, that's not what you want. I mean, electrical radiators are extremely cheap and simple things. You want them where you want the heat, you know, if you're going electrical. Yes, that would be a real good option. Buildings should have electrical heating or something. Maybe. Or coal heating. Yes, you ship coal to a heap in the middle of town, and people can go and get it and burn it in Vannerum here in the källaren. Yes. I'm holding out for hero till the morning light here, you know, because he's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be larger than life. I need a hero till the end of the fire thing is coming. I'm still very thirsty. I really should do something about that. Yes, I should. Do you think that we'll make it here? Here, it is cold as hell. You see, they haven't gotten anywhere on their stuff. So this place will be yes. Here they are doing fine, but okay, this is not complete. That's why it's not even close. I'm sorry. Oh, we have 0 degrees, yes. And of course put a minus sign there at north. Yes. 1 plus. You are very warm and cozy here. In fact. Very good for you. I'm a bit scared about this 30,000, okay? Yeah. Also be interesting to see if this straightens out next year or something. This month it has said this is broken. This is what you get. On the 14th of September of 2003, we had an actual population of 26,617. Yes, and it is 1980. Very interesting how that works. Temperature in building is too low. Yes, you should have. Temperature in building is too low. Yes, I'd imagine so. You don't seem to have any heating connections. For some reason. We'll have an electrical heating plant then. Yes. I am holding on. Just barely. I'm looking for somewhere to hook up, you know, that thing. This thing, a high voltage thing, there should be plenty of hookups. From the heating grid. Here is the heating grid. As you can tell by its you can tell. I think we go this way, over here. Where did you put it? Put it up there. Do you really want this to go through one of this? there's another way, another direction around. Yes, that's what we're going to do. Here, and then remove this. Yes. Then 8 degrees 1st of November. It could snow any day. Never know. 1 degree. Tell you, what was I? What were we? Heating plant. Heating plant. Heating plant. You don't have heating plant. No, you don't. And it's not that it is under construction somewhere like here. Yes, but it is not assigned to construction office. No construction office is in range. No, because this road has been cancelled for some reason. Yes, this is supposed to take care of them, I think. The power line here, what shall we do about it? Nothing. I'm not even quite sure right now. There was a momentary lapse of mind and consciousness that surpassed. I don't know what it surpassed, but it surpassed. How are you doing here? And the electricity is not keeping up. You see the power grid, the heating power grid is not enough. No. But we are not freezing to death. Not quite yet though. Yeah, not quite yet. I mean, these really required a whole lot of electricity. Maybe a bit more than I was anticipating. Yes. As I really need to get something to drink here, we will be back with the things and such. Yes, and apparently. For the rest here of the thing, regrettably, the audio was completely garbled for something. So for some reason, so the autumn and winter will have to experience like this. Not all of winter, but the autumn. It's a bit sad, though. It was pretty crap as well. That last bit, it was. So it doesn't. You see here the nuclear power plants going at 80 megawatts. These electrical heating things, they are using a lot of power. They are using a fantastic amount of power, in fact. And I don't quite know what we're on about. We're standing still. I think I spaced out or something. As I said, I told you it was terrible. Maybe it was an intervention from. I was thinking maybe I'm being punished for hacking the game and such, but I would have thought that punishment would have come from the game engine by crashing or something or other, And here it was first. The thought was to stop, but then it starts snowing right about any second. Now it should start snowing. Yes, there we go. So, well, what the hell? We continued for a little bit more with the same garbled audio and looking around here at the temperatures. is doing quite alright. Some of it is, although we can see the population. We have lost 10,000 people or so far. Well, 8 maybe, but still a lot. There's minus 12 degrees in that building, and the Molna regrettably froze to death, all of them. So the Molna is empty now, unfortunately. And yes, this crap didn't work neither, because yes, the nuclear power plant, I don't know if it does need heating or not. It seems to work anyway. Yes, but this is about to wrap up, is what it is. So, dear friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night.